talk about the commitment that Dan Gilbert has for bringing a championship, another championship here to the shores of Northeast Ohio, man.
Yeah, look, I think, Dan's commitment is profound in so many different ways as you look at either what we're trying to do to develop real estate here in downtown Cleveland, the investments we put into Rocket Arena, which, are hundreds of millions of dollars at this point, or you look at what the product we put on the floor. This year we have a payroll that leads the league in the NBA, and we don't look at that as an expense. We look at that as an investment in making sure that we're putting our best foot forward every single day in a way that allows us to try to compete for championships for the great fans here in Northeast Ohio.
That new practice facility that's being built right along the riverfront, talk about that.
It's really the first domino to fall in this really staggered and strategic real estate development process that we're investing in, and it is iconic. It, first of all, will be the largest facility in the NBA when it opens its doors. It's the largest indoor facility, practice facility in North America, and having a world-class healthcare partner like the Cleveland Clinic helped to activate it with us. So we have our side, which is about 155,000 square feet. They have their side, which is about 65,000 square feet, where that's going to be open to the public. So we're going to be able to serve the public sports medicine needs right here in downtown Cleveland. And the building itself is an architectural feat. I mean, to do it right on the banks of the Cuyahoga River in land that's sat dormant for decades. For us, that is really a lot. That's really what our thesis is about, is taking something that is just been sitting there still and invest in it to create progress and momentum. And that's what you're seeing with the Cleveland Clinic Global Peak Performance Center. It is one of one.
Cosm, that's the one that I want to talk about. That's going to be something else, isn't it?
It is. We just broke ground on it a couple weeks ago. We're already coming out of the ground with concrete. We've been doing foundational work for the better part of the last 8 to 9 months. But that'll open by the time football season, college and NFL start at the end of the summer of 2027. And so it really is, it's one of those venues you have to see it to believe it, Wayne. It's one of a kind.
People compare it to the Sphere in Vegas. Talk about what, because I've never been there, so what are we talking about?
So really, what the form of entertainment that we've created with Cosm, it's called shared reality.
Okay.
And the goal is that you're in a dome that's an immersive dome. You've got about 600 or 700 of your closest friends. We sell tickets in the dome. We sell tickets in a market hall that's adjacent to it. But really, it's like you're sitting courtside at an NBA game. It's like you're sitting on the ice at an NHL game. It's like you're sitting on the field at an NFL game or on the pitch at a soccer game. And we'll put 3 or 4 different showings in a singular day through Cosm. We'll start with the English Premier League soccer game in the morning. Well, we could do a matinee baseball game in the afternoon. We can do a Cavs game or a basketball game in the evening, and then we can flip it and we can turn it into a nightclub at night. And so it really has all the makings of an always-on facility that will put about 700 to 850,000 people through it in a given year.
Right next to that, or very close to it, is the amphitheater. Talk about that one.
Yeah, so right across the street from it, there'll be a 6,200-seat amphitheater, which will be powered and really managed and booked by Live Nation in partnership with Rock Entertainment Group. It's once again, has all the makings of another iconic venue where the band shell is going to back up to the river, and the fans, as they sit and consume their favorite act, will not only look at the Cuyahoga River, but they'll look at the skyline of downtown Cleveland. And so for us, we just think that all these assets complement each other, both in seasonality, but also in entertainment form. And that is really important to us, that we're doing things that complement each other and that lift the tides of this city.
The WNBA will soon be coming back to the shores of Northeast Ohio.
Yes.
You guys excited about that?
When we got the call from the WNBA that we were the winning bid, they came back to us and said, look, you're the winning bid, but here's really the investment level we need you to be at. And I called Dan, and it was a 17-second call, and he goes, we're all in, Nick. And so, we are thrilled. Every time we're in the community, seeing the young women and the young girls and like how they embrace this moment, that's not just a moment, but it really is a movement of equality for women's and youth sports. We're so thrilled to be a part of it and to be the first women's professional sports team for the entire state of Ohio. That's really how we're looking at this, and I think that it'll be a different level of achievement, a different level of experience than anybody's ever seen. And the early returns on it, we still got a year and a half before we put the ball in the air for real, are like nothing I've ever seen in sports. Between fan interest, corporate partnership interest, community interest. It really is remarkable, and it's something we're being very humble about because we really want to build this the right way, but it is going to be a way for us to light the summer months up right here at Rocket Arena, just like we do for the Caps, quite frankly. Meet Me Here was something, we've got a 10-year anniversary of our first championship as an NBA team coming up. It'll be this June. We sat around, what can we do to commemorate this this iconic, I won't say once in a lifetime because we want to continue to win more championships, but this iconic moment in time in Cleveland sports history. And so we wanted to create a whole park around it. It's going to be a basketball court that'll celebrate the 10-year anniversary of our 2016 NBA championship. It'll be open to the public. It's going to have a remarkable banner that's going to be in the backdrop. A famous player once said, "Cleveland, this is for you." And so we're going to use that as really an exclamation point to really tie together everything that we're doing from Tower City to the riverfront and all the way through to here in the Gateway District with Rocket Arena.